Hi, everybody. I'm John Soliberti. I'm the volunteer coordinator for the 2023 U.S. Open here. Just to kind of go over some more committee-specific things for the corporate hospitality volunteer program. Thank you all for joining us here. I know we started a little late here, but thank you for your patience and hopefully we can get rolling here. So to just go in some basic information about the U.S. Open, obviously, this is the 123rd edition of the U.S. Open, first time LACC is hosting the championship, defending winner Matt Fitzpatrick, trying to get that trophy again for a second time. And then obviously the USGA ourselves, runs the U.S. Open. One thing just to note is our committee, corporate hospitality program is going to be run by Wasserman. Claudia Ramos, who's on the call, also will oversee the volunteers for the week of the championship with our committee chair, Anne Marie, which you'll get their contact information at the end of this presentation. But just want to kind of touch on those types of a little different things when it comes down to it. So what are you doing as a corporate hospitality volunteer? You're acting as a liaison for us between the clients that are coming for the championship and making sure that they're having their best experience possible. Majority of our corporate hospitality volunteers are the access control into these corporate hospitality venues. So we just want to make sure that we're giving everybody that equal opportunity of having that same experience when it comes down to it. So we just want to make sure everyone's friendly, very helpful service. Customer service is a huge priority for us here at the USGA, and something that we want to make sure that with our corporate clients, as they're going into each of the chalets, Champs Bungalow, or any of the different facilities that we have out here on the championship grounds, that they're having the best experience possible. And like I said before, Wasserman is going to be managing all those corporate structures. One thing you'll notice is that each of these corporate structures has a Wasserman staff member that's assigned to it. That's going to kind of be the lead for those each individual location. So when you're checking in for the day, that's kind of the individual you'll check in with to make sure that you're there on time, ahead of time, and be able to have that information. So just to go through the different venues that our corporate hospitality volunteers will oversee: the clubhouse, the chalets, the Champs Pavilion, bungalows, and tables. I'll kind of give you a little more detail exactly what those are. The NBC Suite off number 16, the Pacific Club, which is off number 14, the Skyline Suites that backs up to number 12 green, and then the Sunset Suites that runs parallel with number 2, and then you could also see 17 clearly from that one too. So we also have something that we'll consider our hospitality bullpen. So if you're not assigned to a specific location, we'll kind of keep you around just in case there's individuals that don't show up and are able to kind of fill in and plug and play those places that we need additional support throughout the week. So kind of give you an idea of our different layout here. So the clubhouse is that one marker right in the middle, but the north course is where the championship will be run. And then here at LACC, they also have a south course that overlooks this. The south course has, we built most of our corporate hospitality on number 18 of the south course. You'll see the chalets, the Champs Bungalow, that are built there, and then some that kind of get into the golf course. But majority of the build is kind of on that outskirt of the golf course. Here's just a map of all where these corporate hospitality locations are. So you got the Pacific Club, and that's probably the furthest out, closest to 13 and 14, with the Skyline Suites right there next to it. NBC Hospitality off the players left of hole 16. The Sunset Suites that are off the players right of hole number 2. And then, like I was mentioning before, the chalets, the Champs Pavilion, and the bungalows that are off number 1 and have views of the 18th hole. And then the clubhouse being that main structure that's out there. So just to kind of give you an idea of where you'll get dropped off each day, you'll get dropped off if you're coming from either UCLA or the Beverly Center. You'll get dropped off on Wilshire Boulevard. You'll enter the championship through our admission gate, which is gate number 5. you'll be able to cross right over that bridge, and then our volunteer village is right on the other side of the bridge. So that pedestrian bridge is getting built this weekend. It'll go up overnight. All of a sudden, people who are driving down Wilshire will have something new to be able to see, but our bridge will be able to get all of our fans over to the other side of the championship and where all these corporate hospitality structures are. I would say majority of our fans, even if it's a corporate client or a volunteer, are coming from the south course, entering across the bridge onto the north course that way. So one of the locations, Kate is going to be the main person here at the clubhouse with John Jones and Diana that will also help. There's 6 different spaces within the clubhouse. All different corporate clients have those different things, about 75 to 100 tickets. This one will be run Monday through Sunday. The entrance to the clubhouse will actually be where all these corporate clients will be checking in, where you'll be assisting with the wristbanding and then also the ticket swapping, which we'll get into a little more detail down in the presentation. But I want to just run through each of the different structures when it comes down to it. So yeah, the clubhouse, this is what the clubhouse looks like. It's a beautiful clubhouse overlooking number 1 and 18. The great thing about it is number 1 tee backs up right to the clubhouse, so those corporate clients will have basically an unobstructed view of those play when it comes down to it. The green that we're looking at in this picture is actually where the chalets is. That's number 18 of the south course. So we have a double-decker structure that is standing on that green that gives them a clear view of number 18. So NBC Sports Suites, this is off the players left of hole number 16. It's only Wednesday through Sunday. Facility, about 150 tickets, a little more on the smaller side. It's the only site that is one level compared to the rest that are double deckers. But it's a smaller suite. All NBC Sports and their corporate clients and their guests will have access to this. The chalets, the big structure that's right off of number 1. Sam Joe will be our lead there with Michelle and Alex and Roberto. But there's 100 to 200 ticket chalets. This one's open Monday through Sunday off that first fairway. This is what it looks like. They're ginormous when it comes down to it, but it's a really cool piece of to be able to kind of see an unobstructed view of 18 and number 1 at the same time. They can even see number 9 and number 10 from that chalet location. The Skyline Suites, which are off number 12, about 40 different suites. This one's open Wednesday through Sunday. This is the highest point when it comes down to it. You can, on a clear day, you can see downtown LA from these suites. So they're definitely named properly when it comes down to it. This is what they look like right now, kind of these big structures right around wrapping the 12th green. That's that bottom one's what the build kind of look like and what it looks like today. Our Sunset Suites, which back up to are on the player's right of hole number 2, can easily see number 17. So this will stay open throughout the week. I think our corporate clients will really love this space because they're able to kind of still see the closing holes when it comes down to the championship. 35 ticket suites, Wednesday through Sunday also. So each of your schedules will have a specific day that you're volunteering, and it'll give the exact location of where you will be assigned. So we'll get into that a little further into it, but this is what the Sunset Suites look like right now. Kind of has that double decker. Everything is also ADA accessible, so all these structures will be able to have a lift going up to that second level and getting up to even the first level too. So being able to kind of get those fans to have access to all of these parts of these championship grounds. The bungalows in the Champs Pavilion, these are kind of our tables when it comes to the championship. There's 20 bungalows, and then they're also Wednesday through Sunday. Excuse me, sorry. when it comes down to it, those two spaces, it kind of has two different parts to it, and then a center part where the corp client can kind of go to either side. The Champs Pavilion, like I mentioned, these are the tables. Clients can buy a table for the week of the championship, 12-person table, Wednesday through Sunday also. So these structures will not be open on that Monday, Tuesday, but for the rest of the week, they'll be open for the championship. Kind of give you a location on the map where they are off of number one, kind of where the landing zone of number one would be from the tee. They get a kind of a nice view from there, and they're also able to look to their left and see 18 green. The Pacific Club, this is another elevated ticket package when it comes down to it, compared to our an individual client can buy into this compared to buying a full suite for the week of the championship. This is going to be a great space in the fact that there'll be a rooftop on top of it that kind of overlooks number 13 and 14. All the food and beverage is included into this, and then able to be accessed Wednesday through Sunday. So really, really cool space. That would be something different than what we usually have at a U.S. Open. So just to kind of give you guys a little more information of your volunteer check-in process, we just want you to report to the location of where you're assigned for the day. If you have any questions on that, please reach out to Claudia or our 2023 inbox. We can give you more information on it. But each of your schedules kind of gives a little more detail into where you'll be checking in. If you did not receive your schedule, please reach out to us. We'll make sure we get you that schedule and that you're all set for the week of the championship. When it comes to any questions and things along those lines, we'll be able to answer those when you submit a question to us. For procedures, most of the things that you'll be doing is credential scanner, ticket swapping. So when I talk about ticket swapping, it's basically a fan will have a mobile ticket to the championship. They'll be able to bring that to you. We scan it again for the second time. It kind of kills the ticket, and then they get a wristband that gives them access to and from. So for the week, they'll be able to, for each individual day, they'll have to get a wristband for the day that they have a ticket for. We'll have different of the entry and exit. So the portal, what I'm mentioning is the wristband kind of taps you in to the facility, and then when you're leaving, you also have to tap out. So we'll have volunteers kind of positioned at each of those different locations, and then we'll have just individuals kind of flipping between the different spots, making sure that if we need relief for those volunteers who have been standing there for an hour or two, we want to make sure that they get a break while they're out there. But realistically, our volunteers are getting that opportunity to kind of be that first face that a client will be able there. We want to make sure we're friendly and greeting those clients as best as possible and making sure that they're having their best experience at the US Open. So kind of give you an idea what the tickets look like on the USGA app. If you haven't downloaded the USGA app, I strongly encourage you to. That's kind of where all the information for the championship will lie. You'll have tee times, you'll have live scoring, you'll have everything that you need to know. They'll have a live map also to help you get directions throughout the championship grounds. And then any tickets that a fan has will be on this app, and they'll be able to click on it, show you the ticket. They'll have to open it, and then we will be able to kind of swap that ticket for the wristband. So you'll see on the right-hand side of this presentation is what those wristbands kind of look like. We have a color for each day, and they're each listed on exactly what access they have. So for Clubhouse, it's and the client name and exactly what day that it's also assigned for. So that little white thing you can see at the top is the middle part of it. That's what the RFID is. So when they tap down onto a little pad, it will go green if they have access with that credential or with that wristband. So kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. You'll be able to see the picture on the left kind of shows us putting the wristband on. It actually pinches it to the wrist to give it kind of a little more, but you can't kind of take it off and give it to somebody else. That individual has access to that. And then they flip it upside down when they're doing the check-in, and it will light up green if they have access. And if it doesn't light up green, there'll be plenty of people around to assist to make sure. We just ask that you just stop that individual and then send them back to the ticket resolution area so that we're able to make sure we were able to get the wristband correct for them. So just want to give a little more contact info. Claudia Ramos is going to be the contact throughout the week of the championship. She's going to be the lead when it comes to Team WASP for the volunteers for the week. And then Emery is also our committee chair for it. So she's going to work hand in hand together. Both of their contact informations are right there. So if you have any questions, please reach out to them, or you can even reach out to our 23 inbox. We're all working together here for this program, and we want to make sure that everybody has every question answered properly. If there's anything that comes up, please make sure you reach out to us ahead of time. Other than that, we are 19 days away from US Open here at the LA Country Club, and we are extremely excited. We thank you for your time, for coming and joining us for this. Please let us know if you have any questions, and hope to see you all very soon.